Dunk.
Hi guys, this is Nick Dunks, TFSL Friday. I'm joined with a huge amount of guests tonight, but we'll cope. We're missing Jonny tonight. He's out. He might join us later. First of all, I'm joined by Warren, Rotherham Gaffer. How you doing, Warren?
Not too bad, Nick. Thanks. Hey guys, all right?
Stuff. Then making his debut tonight is Harvey. How you doing, Harvey? Right?
Yes,
Manager of Sheffield United. And then we've got Kev Oatham. How you doing, Kev? Manager.
All right, mate.
Good to have you on, Kev. You're making your debut as well.
Yeah.
Right. So before we move on to what happened last night, we have a chat you first, Warren, about your side and how it's gone this season.
My side been brilliant. 14 points. I think we were relegated about 3 months ago. I was just saying earlier, I went down the route of I tried an experiment trying to play with a real life team and see how they cope, and obviously they didn't. So I changed it towards the end of the season. We brought a few younger lads in, decent ratings, with a bit of money that I had, and we actually won a couple of games towards the end of the season, which were good. But I've been in the transfer. I got 400k spending money today, so I spent a little bit bringing some older players in today, ready for next season. So. But yeah, 14 points, not brilliant. I think it's the worst I've ever done. Okay.
But at the same time, I bet Division 4 are a bit worried about you entering Division 4 next year, Warren. You well know, good tactician, you know.
We'll have to see, won't we?
Yeah. Feathers in there next season, mate. Right, Harvey, Sheffield United, how's the season gone, mate?
Well, it's considering I didn't take over from the beginning. I joined towards the end. I haven't been able to do anything with the squad. Brought a couple of defenders in to shore up defence because we were leaking goals. And then I had a loan, Benticore from Jonny, Carnage. And my season changed the minute he came into the squad. Absolutely fantastic. We started drawing and winning games, and we ended up staying up by quite a comfortable margin in the end. But it was a bit panicky towards the end of the season.
Yeah. How are you set for next season? Are you in a positive mindset for next season, Harvey?
No, I've just got 3 mil, and I've got to make 3 mil. Change my side.
Yeah.
It's possible. So I've already gone for 2 players, and I think I've got them. I can't say who yet because I might get outbid.
What's your squad like age-wise?
It's going to struggle again next season. I've got a couple of young, cracking lads. Moise Keane, the 18-year-old Italian lad. And I don't want to get rid of him, but I might have to because I need some cash. And it's looking like we're going to have to invest in old players again. And I don't want to do that, but I've got him and Gowrie from France sat on bench, just not doing enough every game. I can't put them in the squad because they're not going to achieve it. So, you're looking at old players again, aren't you?
Yeah,
what do you want for him, Harvey?
17 million.
Hey?
17 million.
How much are you allowed to bid for him? What's his max bid?
I don't know, about 3.8, I think. Okay.
Maybe the chairman will come in and out you out as well, Harvey. We'll find out in a week or so's time, won't we? Whether he gives you a bit of investment.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Harvey.
Yes.
Do you fancy selling him and I'll loan him back to you?
I'll have a think about it, mate.
I can loan him back for you for next season.
You're not the only one who's interested in him. I'll say that much.
Okay. Yeah, but we are fellow Barnsley fans. I thought that might sway it on air.
I thought that. I thought you might be pushing for that. We'll see.
All right, mate.
Right, we'll move on to Kev. Tell us about your season at Wolves then, Kev, and finish it off by talking through last night.
I think we started off quite well, to be honest. Looking back on the fixtures, I think, we're looking at it now, it looks pretty crap, really, to be honest. But, I think we started off like sort of mid-table, and then I think I went on a really bad run, like about 16 games without a win, or something like that, and it was like getting really, really serious, and then I think I beat West Ham 1-0 back in October, and then after that I won another bad run of what looking at there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, another 12 games without a win, and then I beat Leicester, and then I had a couple of draws, Cardiff,
Yeah.
last Sunday, and I bought in Lucas Levy. I signed Lucas Levy and some what was his name? I can't remember his name now. Some Turkish guy, and he made his debut last night as well, along with Levy, and it was like watching a different team last night, and to go up to Man United and go up 2-0, and it was just like just amazing. You know what I mean? And obviously,
The great escape, Harvey.
Huh?
The great escape last night.
Oh God, yeah, it was like, and I was keeping my eye on like the Palace and Celtic Palace result last night as well. And when I was like 2-0 up, Celtic went 1-0 up, I think, as well. And I thought, oh yes, come on, and then Man United got level, and I thought, oh no, last 10 minutes like 2-2. I thought this is gonna go down the potter. You know what I mean? So and then, 90th minute, Celtic won 2-0, and I've got a draw. It's unbelievable. It's just unreal to stay up.
Yeah.
See why?
I've been playing this game like 10 years, and I think I've been relegated about 2 or 3 times. In like all my teams and that, but to get relegated last night would have been. I mean, it wouldn't have been the end of the world, because I think I'm starting to build on next season anyway in Division 1 or in Division 2. So I'm now I've got to look at what I can get for next season, Division 1.
Well, I think last night I've been looking, and I think last night, Kev, is going to bring millions in for you, mate, in investment. I've been looking at squads, and I think your chairman's going to help you out big time in a week or so's time. So,
yeah,
and
let's hope so.
You've got hardly any help if you've got relegated. So that's the fine lines, between success and failure, and I think you'll get helped out pretty well. Let me know how much investment you get, Kev.
Yeah, I will do. I mean, I've got a couple of deals going at the moment. I mean, Ruben Neves, such a good play, 8 million, 21.86, but I've been talking to like another manager, and I wanted Dimitri Gray, and like, it was like I'm an Harvey, so and like I've got a bid from somewhere else, like 10.5 million for Neves, and I thought, I've got to take that, but me and the guy, I think it's Swansea where Gray's at, and I thought, because we've been negotiating for quite a while, I thought I've got to sell him to Swansea. I felt hard on letting the Cardiff man down, fair enough, but I've got another player in. I've got Gray for Neves, basically.
Great stuff. So back to Harvey. I don't know much about you, Harvey. You're new on the scene to me. How did you come across these game worlds, Harvey?
Rob Harris got in touch with me.
Yeah. Over
TFSL and cajoled me into it. But I've been here since 2006.
Yeah. And it's totally different to what you used to, or?
Oh Christ, yeah. I was at the point where I was going to give it all up because it was just getting a bit dull and same old shite every week. No interaction with most of the leagues I was in, even though most of them were mates as well. But they were just dead, no interaction at all. But this is totally different. Yeah, I love it. Love doing the reports. Love seeing the people giving feedback.
And the thing is as well, Harvey, you go in these leagues when there's 5, 6, 7, 8 managers, and you're playing AI clubs, and you're top at league, and you think that you're the dog's bollocks, and
exactly. That's me. I felt brilliant at this game until I met you lot.
And then you come here. Yeah, this is it. And then you come on game worlds like this, and you meet savvy managers. I mean, they've all got, the reputation levels are all in 300s. They're all experienced managers. And then you wonder why all your tactics that used to work don't work anymore.
Those people are actually playing against you, aren't they? Hitting the wits against you. Brilliant.
How about you, Warren? I've known you quite a while on SM, Warren. But what brought you into this community then? When did you?
Well, I don't know. I don't know how I stumble across them, to be honest. But I played in like top 100 for a while, and I think somebody must have mentioned it. I thought, oh, well, I'll have a try at that. And it was TFF first I went in. And then obviously it spiraled from there because all these other game worlds started second off. The NYT and this one. And but I love these game worlds where you can just see who you're playing, and you know you're playing proper people. Like,
Yeah.
I love this interaction. I love it. It's great. I've been in some of these boring worlds where you think, oh, like you, I'll just thinking about giving it up, like, because it does get boring, doesn't it? But I have always looked for game worlds that are nearly full. I haven't tried to play any that are really not a lot of people in them,
But even the full ones can be like a graveyard.
Yeah, they can. Yeah.
I
think Rob Harris is just slowly taking over everybody's PCs and just having his predicting loads of game worlds, and they're all becoming Rob's. I mean,
and the Giants, I think that'd be good.
7 o'clock this morning, my phone went off, and it's a notification. Rob Harris has gone live, and I pressed the wrong button, and he's live on Facebook. Shops in, and I've entered the conversation. Didn't even know because I was asleep. Just woke up, and if ever goes that on an outside show, it's hilarious. If ever you, it's another story. Anyway, Kev, let's move on to you, mate. How did you come across these setups, Kev?
Same as most of you, like through Rob Harris. Same as I was a bit slack in NYT. That's why I got kicked out, basically. But there's a bit slack because I'm Charlton through and through. But obviously there was not enough interaction. Fair enough. I let it go, and I got booted out, which is fair enough because, as I've all said, must interact. But other than that, I'm enjoying this one, and hopefully the new one what's going to happen next week, or is it Saturday or Sunday? Land of Giants.
Yeah,
that should be good because I've got you next to me, and I'll be surreal. So
yeah, we're partners, aren't we, on that one? Kev?
Yeah, so hopefully that should be another cracking one.
Yeah.
I've got Hammer.
Oh, you got Hammer. Hamburger.
I mean, the beauty about this, the beauty about this game world compared with others is, you are allowed, because you're not having to hit these constant targets. You are allowed to take a gamble and build on youth if you want. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, for all these managers that are relegated yesterday, I mean, I had a team in one game, Barnsley, and I were buying all to try and keep up with, to try and keep in that division, and I were buying old rated and higher rated players, and I got relegated. And I got rid of all my olds, and I were in a lower division, and I decided to change it and go youth, and I were quite happy to stop in that division, and it was the best move I ever did. Actually getting relegated, what best thing that did, because it allowed me to get rid of my old, and I'm not chasing goals, to get rid of my old ones and to bring up youth. And now I've got quite a few first division managers sniffing around some of my players.
Well,
so
that's the reason. That's one of the
these
reasons.
light at end of tunnel for relegation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I tried what I tried in this game, though, because I knew there was no pressure on me. And I knew it was going to be an odd league anyway with the community, but, and I thought, well, I've nothing to lose with Robert. I'm just trying it out. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't normally do it like NYT. I can't do it because I've got my targets to reach and things like that. But this one, there's no pressure really.
But getting relegated is not always a negative. You know what I mean, Warren?
Oh yeah, definitely. I know that. Yeah.
So you weren't tempted by going this lucky dip? What James has come up with?
The Matt changing clubs, you mean?
Yeah.
He did message me, and I said, if you want me to do that, I will do. But he said, no, he passed the test, like you carry on. So he just wanted to see if I was genuine, and I wanted to keep the club,
Yeah.
So I said, no,
as well. I wanted to move. I thought, I'm going to stay with clubs, and now we stayed up. I'm going to stay there now, So.
Well, what you did do, Kev, you kept a lot of players as well at Wolves, didn't you? And they're due a nice review soon as well, aren't they?
Well, let's hope so. I've got quite a lot of, well, not a lot, but I've got quite a few young ones there. So I mean, Harvey, the goalkeeper. He's a good goalkeeper for Paris Saint-Germain. So I'm sure he'll get twice sooner or later. And then Wilfred Bowley, I'm not sure about him. He looks so good in the Premier League, but on this, he seems to be slacking. He seems to be full, I think, in this.
I think he'll get a nice rise soon.
I hope he does.
Then again, you've got to go by Bournemouth, and look, they've been in the division 3 years, and they don't get nice rises. So,
Definitely.
at the same time. But right, we're going to move on.
Harvey.
Yes.
Harvey.
Go on.
What club did you move from?
Shrewsbury.
Have you any regrets?
No, not at all. I started out with a bag of shit with them. Painter and decorators, a lot of them. So I brought a lot of in because that's all I could afford there. And then I've forgotten the name of the lad who took over after me. He gave me a right slating, saying there was right load of shit. He's won nothing since he come in and took over. He's got rid of all my stars, all my old men, and he's brought in all these new ones, and he's almost got relegated this year. So he can't say no, can he? Ashley Murter. That's who it is.
Who is it?
Shame it now.
Oh, it's Ash.
Yeah.
Ash.
Scabbed the win against me last night.
Tongue in cheek, Ash is most of the time.
Only joking, Ashley.
But I did say though, if I did say to myself, if I struggle next year with Rotherham, I will pack them in and go somewhere else because it'd be unfair. But I think I need a crack to get them back up. You know,
absolutely.
To stay in it.
Right.
Right, lads, we're going to move on now. Then we're going to start at the bottom tonight. We're going to go division.
Like to say, I want to say unlucky to Richard Rushworth of Palace last night. You know, because I'm a Charlton fan. You know, and they're Palace. But he was so unlucky last night. So unlucky, Richard. Good luck for next season.
Yeah.
Right, so we'll go to Division 4 now. Then the title race was wrapped up. And the top two was wrapped up, weren't it? We've got Hamilton and Derry. We congratulated them on the last show. The playoffs, nothing altered, did it? Still the same 4 teams in the playoffs. Yeah. Crusaders are on a terrible run. Rob, it's well documented why Rob sold a lot of his old before he left with rebuilding the team. But they're still in the playoffs. They've still got a chance. They've still got a squad as well, I see. So, fine, lads, I'm going to go through to Warren first. Who's going to win the playoffs, mate?
Well, Motherwell are the form team, so you never know, do you? I'm going to stick my neck out with Motherwell.
Motherwell.
Yeah.
Who do you think, Mick?
I think Livingston. I think they're probably all the ones who could truly rest the players last night. You know what I mean? And form all season. I know they won the last game, but if you notice, 3 out of 4 of them lost last night, and I think a lot of them are looking at playoffs and were resting players last night. To be honest.
Yeah. Harvey?
Yeah, I'd have to say Livingston as well.
Livingston.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, we've got Jonny coming in, lads.
Here comes Jonny.
Jonny Quinn? Are you there, Jonny? No, he's gone again. Okay, we'll carry on for now until Jonny joins us. Harvey, who do you think, mate? Did I just ask?
But even 4?
Oh, yeah, I'd asked you, hadn't I?
Yeah.
Well, then,
keep in mind. No,
your turn, Kev. Who do you think, mate?
I think it's going to be Livingston as well, to be honest. I said that they are the form team in the moment. Oh, yeah, it's got to be Livingston.
I'm going Motherwell.
Yeah, same as me.
Yeah, I think Motherwell have got this one. Looking down the divisions, obviously Rob Harris has continued his good run. 5 wins on the belt now at Dundee.
Yeah.
They're going to be a 4.
Cooey.
Hello, John.
All right, guys.
You all right, Jonny?
Okay, mate, all right?
Oh, John.
All right, guys.
Yeah, good.
Jonny, we've got Warren in tonight.
Yeah, you all right, Warren?
Hi, Johnny. Yeah, all right, mate. Yeah,
Right.
good.
Yeah, Sampo.
Got Kev Oatham in tonight, okay? So we've
Oh,
got
you lucky boy.
Cheers.
You're one lucky son of a bitch, are you? Hey,
John, before you here, we've moved on now. We've just done a quick introduction of clubs, and now the season's gone. We've moved on to Division 4, and we've just looked at the playoffs. You got a pick for that? You got them in front of you? Do you know who's who?
what, for Division 4?
Yeah.
No, I don't, mate, no.
No. So you got Livingston in 3rd, Motherwell in 4th, Grenade 5th, Crusaders 6. So you've got Crusaders playing Livingston. And you've got
I think I predicted Livingston.
Yeah. I don't think it's changed, has it, since Tuesday night, because they was all
No.
set. So I've gone Motherwell. Kev, who did you go again? Sorry.
Livingston, I went for.
Yeah. Right. So I'll continue. Just who's catching my eye for next season? I've just mentioned Rob. Albion's had 2 wins in his last 4 at my old club, St Mirren. It's a really slow build, St Mirren, but I think Albion's the right man to carry on that slow build. He's a great manager, Albion.
Yeah, he is very good.
Is there anyone else catching your eye for next season, guys?
I really checked Division 4, to be honest.
I'm really good on there either.
Dundee United.
But you're in it.
On the shoulder Division 2.
Whenever I go in for a transfer, Dundee United are there. I don't know who's their gaffer. He's always there as well when I'm trying to buy someone.
Oh, Bagpap.
Badge is a good manager, Badge.
Yeah, Bagpap, yeah.
Yeah, I like Badge. Right, well, there's nothing more to add on Division 4. Like I say, we went for it Tuesday, so we're not going to dwell on these divisions too long. We're going to go to Division 3 now. Okay.
Yeah.
Thumbs had a slight chance last night, didn't he, of getting in the playoffs? It didn't happen. So again, Reading was all, they was up last time we was up. Congratulated them. Southend was up, and the playoff places might have got a position, but it's the same 4 sides. You got Bolton in 3rd, Plymouth in 4th, Sunderland in 5th.
This is an easy one.
Yeah.
Oh, this is already happened. We know who's going to win this one.
Well, I know you're going to say, yeah.
Yeah.
Barnsley.
Modesta and Barnsley. Come on.
I'm gonna go Plymouth. I think Plymouth will.
Yeah.
I think Sunderland.
I think so. I think Sunderland.
Yeah.
Sunderland have won the last 5 games. Won 5 out of the last 6 games. But my brother is the Bolton manager.
What's he been playing at, mate? Because he's been in 2nd all season and then he's just dropped like a stone.
He's lost the last. Well, he only won the last 6, didn't he? So I think he played some of the top teams as well in the last.
It looked like it all season. It looked like it were going to be Bolton and Reading. They were flying high, and then he just couldn't buy a win, could it?
I think he said to me when he was top, and then he went on won about 8 or 9 games without a win. And because it was so close, obviously he's dropped down. I think he actually fell out of the playoff zone as well for a bit.
Yeah.
But, make up again. So I could say Bolton because his brother's team, but I don't think they'll have either Sunderland, to be honest. So I'm going to go Sunderland on that.
Yeah, I think Sunderland.
I'm going to go Barnsley. I like this. I think he's a great man. I'm picking him because I'm impressed with his match. I played him last night actually, and he put out a 2nd string, and I dominated him, but I couldn't put him away. It was 2 each. So he's just impressive for game worlds as well. So I'm going Barnsley. Yeah.
Hasn't Southend won manager at season for Division 3 in somebody's system that they run with game points for managers?
Glenn did, yeah, he's won that. He held Kev off, didn't he, I believe?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kev and him have been battling it out. Well, Kev's been top of the season, hasn't he? And,
Hang on a minute, can I just stop you there?
Yeah.
Somebody else has won something in.
Hard to believe, Johnny?
Yeah, what's going on? I want a recount.
Got to be in.
Don't.
Me, Johnny, for next season. Enter it. I'm happy to swap.
Yeah.
See that left kit? We can arrange it.
Dunks. We don't have to blow smoke up Johnny's ass. He's busy blowing his smoke up his own.
No, it's just all them on newsfeed. They're like, bloody hell, Johnny, come on, give someone else a chance. You know what I mean?
So how do you think Thumbs has done, lads, in 7th? Is that a good season for Thumbs?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Really, Birmingham should be in playoffs minimum, shouldn't they?
I predicted him to be up there.
Yeah.
We squad value, I thought he'd be, but I mean, he's building a young squad. If he sits on it, you know, I think he'll be definitely challenging next year.
Oh, he's a shrewd guy, Thumbs. Yeah, he won't sell anyone unless it's right for the club. Shrewd man. When I come into Division 3, Thumbs was on a shocking run. It was playoffs. I think he hadn't won in 5 or 6. And he turned that round. You know, he's been more consistent the last 6, 7, 8 games, but it was too late, wasn't it? Damage was done.
That's it. Yeah, that damage was done in mid-season, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then you got Richie. He's just won 6 on the trot. Blackburn, they're obviously going to be a force next year. They was in the relegation zone when Richie come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, done a good job there.
He's only
Look at that green streak across leagues. Yeah. You know what I mean? All green. It tells you a story about managers, doesn't it? Sometimes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
No, that's right.
And Peterborough had a story, hadn't they? Where they stayed up last night with a point.
We predicted it, Dunks. We predicted it.
We did.
I'm not sure Dunks did. I thought Dunks said Peterborough going down.
I think he did, actually.
No, I definitely said they were.
I think we need to watch the show back.
Don't rewind and watch.
Remember, we've got evidence on video, Dunks, if you're lying.
Yeah. Oh, would I do a thing like that? Just moral advantage tonight, eh? Yeah. I want to congratulate Del Bonds on that. It's a fantastic job, Del. Staying up. I'm sure the benefits will be there. You'll get a bit of investment, obviously better prize money.
Crowds.
Well done. Another team. Who's the other team? Got me on for next season. I think it's Aberdeen. No, it's not Aberdeen. Although Aberdeen won't be no whipping boys next season. It's the other side.
What about Wigan? Wigan should be thereabouts, shouldn't they? They're a big team, aren't they, in that division?
Yeah, they finished 11th. Terry Gray.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Yeah, Terry's wins in his last 3.
Big club in Division 3, aren't they?
Yeah. And I mentioned Kev earlier at Bradford. You know, he's not had a great finish to the season, but I look at his squad and I like Kev's squad.
He always builds, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. I think Kev's squad will be much better.
He's always got a long-term project, hasn't he, Kev?
Yeah, he's doing well at Bradford.
Yeah.
Or better.
Did you see his little video today?
Sorry.
Did you see his little videos? Yeah. On it, brutally honest video from Kev. I thought, Kev.
I haven't had time to see that yet.
No, I haven't.
Right then. So,
what happened to Hearts though? I mean, they were there and thereabouts, and they've just seemed to have collapsed.
Wow, we've been a Edinburgh at Hibs, haven't we? You know, the new Dunks have come in at Hibs, and he's just folded like a stack of cards. And
well, a bad one as well, haven't they? I noticed.
That's what's happened, isn't it? I mean,
really on Hearts, really bad one.
Yeah, really. You know, he should have been in playoffs if he'd have carried on his, earlier season form, and he just completely collapsed.
And he come in at Hearts at the same time I come in at Hibs. Basically, we come in together, and he's had a disaster. He's had from 11 games, 13 points. We're from 12 games, 30 points. So that's different. I was near the bottom. And that tells the story, don't it? Right, are we wrapped up Division 3, lads? You got anything more to add?
Oh, good luck.
Jonny?
No, that's sound. Let's move on, Paul.
Division 2 then, guys. Start at the top. Forest. Gareth Crisp secured his spot last night.
I was talking to Mick about this earlier. It felt like nobody wanted to win that division to go up with Derby because everybody was throwing it away.
Yeah, well, congratulations on the Mark Stewart. Fantastic season at Derby, Mark. Well done, mate.
Yeah, nice and solid.
Congrats, Mark.
Can I just say, sorry, but I managed to get a draw against Mark last night.
Yeah. All right.
Well done, Harvey.
Not bad, mate. Not bad.
Yeah.
I'm sure that because you had Ben Tanker, fella.
Exactly what it was, Johnny.
Harvey, don't
Yes.
apologise for talking, mate. It's your show.
I want to praise Gareth Crisp. Really, I've just mentioned him. He went on that cup run, didn't he? And then Forest folded. They was in shocking form after that cup final. And,
Yeah.
I wonder what odds were on all beating them 3-1 last night.
Yeah.
Relegated team, and they did one on Forest 3-1. I couldn't believe that score.
Yeah, it's a shocker.
I don't know whether James rested players for playoffs, but I'm not sure. But if he'd have played a full team, and I bet it's saying that he didn't get that win.
Yeah,
he'd have done him.
Yeah.
He played West Brom. That was. See, Ian's a tough. Ian's league position's poor, but he don't lose many. He just draws so many games at West Brom. I'm sure Ian's not been happy with his season. He's been brutally honest.
Has he had something like 17 draws or something?
Yeah.
17, yeah.
Oh, loads.
That was a tough game for James last night, to be fair. And he got a late equaliser, James. So West Brom was the team looking like winning.
I mean, there's teams above him with negative goal difference, and he's got +6. He's on it one there. We're down that low. We're +6, but draws. Draws only get you 1 point, wins get you 3, and that's why he's stuck down there. If he could have just converted a few more draws into a few more wins, he might do it next year with a bit of addition to funds and everything like that.
Well, I said on Tuesday night's show, I said Stoke was at it. They'd lost 3 on the trot. Stoke finished 4th, and Mark Rowlands. So Mark's pulled it out of the bag when needed, and then the end finished 4th. So it's Stoke versus Fulham in Perth, and you got Norwich versus Borough in the other.
That's tough, isn't it?
Close, isn't it?
Until Tuesday, I've been picking Mark to win the playoffs for the last few weeks, and then
I fancy Middlesbrough.
I fancy Borough as well.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go Fulham.
The only team who seems to know how to win at the minute.
Yeah. That's Greg Bennett.
Yeah, Greg. Yeah. Good
manager.
Yeah.
I'll go for James because I actually think he rested players last night.
It'd be the winner of that game anyway that goes up, I think.
Jonny, what do you think? What I mentioned earlier, right? You're in the playoffs and you go. A lot of people say you should go half and half. Yeah, in the semi-final. Now, if you go half and half in the semi-final and the other guy goes full pelt, you're going to lose, aren't you? You can't afford half and half, can you?
What, can you tell me what half and half means?
Well, half and half. Rest players for the final.
Well, this takes me back to what I've done right and what other people's done wrong in League One. You need a 22-man squad, and then you don't have to go half and half, do you?
No, but none of them teams have got that 22-man squad. Simple as that. None of them. So what were they going to do? That's what I'm saying. What are they going to do on Sunday? Are they going to have to go full pelt?
And then it'll leave them short for the final, won't it?
Well, they'd be disappointed though, wouldn't they? If they go half and half and don't get through because the other team's gone full pelt.
At least if they all go full tilt, they'll all be knackered in final.
I think it's very hard to weigh up.
It's okay saving players, Dunk, but it's saving players for what if you don't get there?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And I've done that, and it's frustrating because the team then who beat me in the semi lost in the final because they were knackered.
Yeah.
No compensation to me. I beat in the semi-final. So
I think I might be a surprise there, really. Their league form, they were a pretty good run, Middlesbrough. What's that? They've only lost.
Right, let's go to Harvey. Harvey, who's going up, mate?
I'm gonna stick with Fulham. I think Jay Jones has done a pretty good job with Fulham, and he's my man. Got a 1-1 draw with Middlesbrough last night, so yeah. Beat Stoke 3-1 game before, so yeah, he's my man.
When are these games?
Saturday night, first game.
Oh yeah, silly me. That's when I was picking my team on Sunday, wasn't it?
He's forgot again, Dunks. He's forgot again.
Well, tell me, who did you think? Jeff?
I'm sitting neck here. I'm going to say Middlesbrough because look at their form. They've last 14 games they've won 10, drawn two, and lost 2. So I think Greg Bilbao has a chance there. Really do.
Warren?
I'm going Borough as well. I
Yeah.
think Borough will do it, yeah.
Mick?
I was going to go James, but I've just remembered I used to be Fulham manager early on it year. So I'm going to go Fulham again. I'm going to change from James to Fulham.
We're like brothers, me and you, Mick, aren't we?
Jonny, you go.
Hey, me, I said Middlesbrough, mate.
Middlesbrough.
I think they've just found a winning formula. I just think they seem to know how to win.
I'm going Middlesbrough as well. Right, now, on Tuesday, we bigged up this game between Noisy, Millwall, and Bristol City. Now, Bristol City was in 7th and getting the playoffs, yeah? So, Noisy's got relegated, and Bristol City missed out on the playoffs because they drew. So, it's a double whammy for both teams. Neither of them got what they needed. So,
City threw away a 2-goal lead there, didn't they?
Yeah. And that's Paul Ashworth, weren't it? So, but I'd say he's had a bloody good season, Bristol City, in a multi slot, you know.
He'll be kicking himself though, Jesus.
Yeah.
In the bag.
There's some big teams in this division, and Bristol City are one of the smaller ones, in my opinion. So he's had a good go.
Nice team.
They've cancelled each other out, and nobody's gained anything from it.
No.
Yeah.
Right, so we'll go down now. I've just mentioned it. Noisy, unbeaten in his last 6. Well, the run goes on much further than that, don't it? But it wasn't enough. Yeah. You know, what was he on? 8 points at one point when he took over? What, 12 games ago? It's a tremendous system, but it come up short.
Don't. Can you imagine him in the League 3 next year? He's going to be some powerhouse, isn't he?
Yeah, he will be, mate. Yeah. He might have to change his philosophy a little bit. But Noisy's capable of that. Be interested to see how he next season.
He should come straight back up with that team.
Yeah, I think he will. I think he'll win that league easy, I think.
And then we got Gino in the end, bottom.
I can't believe that.
I can't believe Sheffield Wednesday finished bottom.
Drinking buddy from Sheffield, I can't believe it.
No, it's a shocker, that is. Hull went down fighting. They won. They left it too late, didn't they?
Can I just say something though, Dunks?
Yeah.
Division 2's loss is Division 3's game because some write-ups Gino does.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely brilliant.
He's been doing some brilliant write-ups for Division 2 and Division 3 is going to benefit from him next year.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's my division, so I'm loving it. And the competition is getting stronger, and that's how I like it.
On social side of things, Gino's brilliant, and what he only, I wish he'd do it for all divisions, but it's a lot of work. But what he does for division he's in is absolutely fantastic. So Division 3 has actually gained Division 3's gained this, and Division 2's lost.
So yeah, just going up then. So Ipswich survive. So congratulations to the Ipswich manager. Who is Alex? Alex, well done, Alex.
Well done, Alex.
Yeah, well done, Alex.
Yeah, great result.
Right.
Well done, Alex.
I'm chuffed for him. Go for me, mate, obviously, but chuffed for Alex. And then we go up Sheffield United, Harvey. You ain't done too bad the last 4 games, have you?
No.
You know, 1-2, drew 1, lost 1. It's not bad. I think the signs are good for you next season.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Like I say, it'll only happen next season if I get Bentacle back, Jonny.
And especially if you can sell Keane to me and have free that money up to buy other golden jewels, you know what I mean?
Harvey.
Yes,
Ben
Jonny.
Tanker's, I've got to sort Division 4 out first, so Ben Tanker will be going to Division 4, mate.
That's ridiculous.
So we've got
all that quality in Division 4. You're having a laugh.
I'm joking, fella. I'm joking.
But I think you'll finish in top 15 next year, mate.
Thanks.
Hey, Jonny, can I loan Ben Tanker? I'm short of a midfielder.
Bugger off, Mick. He's fine. I want him.
right.
You're short of a few things, Mick, but central midfielder ain't one of them.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah.
Right, lads. I want to talk about 14th, 13th, and 12th and 11th here. I think we've got 4 big teams here. You've got West Brom in 14th, Aston Villa in 13th, Rangers in 12th, and Swansea in 11th. They're 4 pretty big teams, aren't they?
Massive teams, massive teams.
You know, that's Ian Imber, Simon Toombs. He's on the show on Tuesday.
Chris Senior.
Pissing hell, he's going senile, don't
I am. It's because I ain't got a beer. And then you got Daniel Hughes.
Mick, he does that many pissing shows, he forgets who everybody is.
Yeah.
At least he turned up tonight.
Will they improve next, lads? That 4?
They need to.
Yeah.
All 4 of them need to be looking at, getting towards them playoffs next season, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like I said, we talked last week about with Chris. He started with a shit squad, but I would say he's probably one of most best attendances in league.
Because and then you've got Preston, Leeds, QPR, and Bristol who just missed out on the playoffs. Leeds are no big club, but I think that's acceptable. 9th. It's quite a tough league. We'll move on to Division 1 then, guys. We needn't go to the top because we spoke about that, haven't we, Jonny?
Yeah.
Right, you got to congratulate him. 100 points. Well done.
No.
He got 100 points, so congratulations.
Yeah.
Must be sick of the plaudits, Jonny.
I tell you the truth, mate, I get a bit embarrassed about it, take truth. So, yeah, look, we won't talk about Man City.
Good balling.
Shut up, you.
Liverpool, I'd say that's a good season for Liverpool. 91 points. It's not.
Do you know what, Dunks? I was talking to Mick, and I want to give Liverpool some praise. Forget about City. Another season, 91 points. It wins your title, doesn't it? Easy.
Of course it does, yeah.
Yeah.
So Johnny, are you going to walk away with your head held high? You're going to start with another club?
Yeah. I was thinking about Crusaders. What do you think?
Whoa, it'll be a great chance, that, wouldn't it?
You're supposed to go out at top, aren't you? You're supposed to go out when you're doing good.
Yeah, exactly.
Dunks.
Yeah.
Phil at Liverpool, he's openly admitted that he took his eye off ball a little bit early on in season, and since he's got back on it, if he keeps on it, he could have given Jonny a real good run for his money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's admitted it that he took his eye off ball a little bit, and now he's back on it. And look what he's done since he's back on it.
If he cut a couple of them draws out, he's not too far away, is he?
Yeah, I'm gonna say something that now that it's very hard to say. It's a bitter pill to swallow. Yeah, but at the beginning of the season, I think Jonny got the jump on a lot of managers in this league. He sacrificed a lot of players and sold them. Sterling, Gundogan, and different players that a lot of managers would have kept. But he traded them in plus cash for better players. And I think he got a jump on a lot of managers. And I think that 100 points, a lot of managers since beginning of the season have caught up with purchases. And that 100 points, I don't think even Jonny or anybody will achieve again. It set a benchmark for everybody with that 100 points.
Well, if you look at it in a way, I had 20 straight wins. So that's 60 points out of my first 20 games. So I've only got 40 points in the second half of the season.
Well, you lose a game at home, did you? You didn't lose a game at home.
I don't know, mate. Oh, no, were they both away?
Looking at your football,
I lost two.
You lost 2-1 and didn't lose a game at home.
Jonny, do you watch your rivals, mate? Do you look at them closely?
In what way?
Their squads. Now, have they got squads what are going to rise in the next few months compared to yours? Do you look at things like that?
Well, I know. Such as like when this season first started.
Yeah.
I looked at Man United. I looked at Chelsea's. I looked at Liverpool's, and that was pretty much about it. Maybe Spurs a little bit, but you know when you're setting off, then that all your money's spent up. You've done all your tradings. You're all transfer band up, so you know really for at least half a season that nothing's going to change really. And I said all along that I thought Liverpool and Man U had done too many 2-for-1s and they didn't have enough squad depth to carry it through, because when you get in the cups and all your players' fitness starts dropping, that's what cost them. I think they started getting a lot of draws instead of wins because the players' fitness weren't up to scratch. But obviously with the winnings now, they go out and buy a few more players and a few more, and before you know it, they've got a good squad and they should be able to challenge, shouldn't they?
I have to agree with Jonny. I were fighting on both league and shield. We're 20-man squad, and it was hard work. There were injuries, there were fitness issues. So I mean, Man U and Tottenham and Liverpool. Liverpool and Man U must have been going through the same pains because they both got pretty far in both league and cup, so they must have had the same issues I did.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a lot closer next year, though.
I do as well.
United need to invest because last night. I know we only drew, but they got a good team there. But I was 2-0 up against a team like that, and you think, why? You know what I mean? It's like they got a quality team now, and I just noticed they didn't lose a game away from home.
The other thing is Johnny's going to get a huge seat increase out of this, more money, and that'll close the gap on how much money United bring in weekly to cities as well. So it'll level that up in Johnny's advantage a little bit more.
Is that true, Dunks?
Well, you'll get more seats for being more successful. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you will. You should do anyway. That's how.
Right.
Yeah.
I hope they're not going to take them away at Bramall Lane.
Draws, wouldn't it, Man United?
Yeah, I'm having a few of your seats, Harvey.
Tom Parfitt's done a good job, any lad, since he come in at Spurs.
Yeah.
Manager.
Yeah.
He said he's going to be second next year, though, didn't he?
Yeah.
And to be honest, he's dipped into transfer market straight away and pretty serious.
Yeah.
I put a comment up last night. As soon as winnings were in, bang, you were in there for Busquets and Koke. I thought, Jesus, he's not messing about, is he?
No. I like Tom. I've never seen him manage a big club.
No, I am.
Let's see how he goes, but I reckon he'll be very good at it. Personally, I think he's.
He's very proactive. I mean, he only had money bank a couple of hours, and it were already flowing out with his bids. So he's very on the ball. He knows who he wants.
Yeah, I like Tom. He's a character as well, and I think big clubs need characters as well, don't they?
Yeah.
Chelsea, they got back on track, but they've finished for a win, in my opinion. Three losses. Not a great way to finish. He got fourth. Job done, I suppose. Top four, is the minimum for a club like Chelsea, you think? With this, the squads as they started the season, and then you got Dan at United. Obviously, played a big part in the relegation race last night, helping Kev out.
But you look at that, United are where they are in real life, aren't they?
Well, that's right. Yeah.
Transition.
What? No.
But their away form was pretty good. I said, but 10 draws away from home, 9 wins, and they didn't lose away from home. Man United.
They had form. Not lost in his last 4. You know what I mean? He's drew 3, won 1. But
decent away form. 13 goals conceded at home, away from home. Liverpool can only equal that.
United do get a big advantage though in SM with the income they raise weekly.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Do you know, Donks? I'll just give you the fact, and me and Johnny's talked over this, Never mind Arsenal, Man United get the same attendance as Manchester City and Watford put together.
Scary stat.
Yeah.
We worked it out, and there were Manchester City and Watford, and United still get a bigger attendance.
Mm.
You know, because the week in week out 75,000. You know what I mean? And you're talking Watford finished 12th. So
I think
it's an huge income they're getting.
I'm not like Rob. I don't do the show in Rob's approach, but you know, I'd like to hear from Dan. See what he has to say. He's gone a bit quiet lately, so it'd be interesting to listen to Dan and see what his plans are for next season.
We'd like him on this programme, won't we, Dunks?
Yeah, absolutely. yeah, absolutely. We're not going
Well, he does shows, doesn't he?
Sorry?
Yeah, he's done a few.
I've seen him on shows before.
Yeah.
Get him on, Dunks. Get him on.
We've not heard from him for a few weeks. That's what I meant.
Can I just give a shout out to Ross Darlington at Newcastle? I think he's done a great job there. He's finished, what, 8th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great result for him, that.
I've been calling him out just about every show, mate. I think he's done spectacular with Newcastle there.
Yeah.
Coach at Huddersfield as well has done good as well.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Huddersfield, brilliant.
But he's had enough praise.
You know, but if Huddersfield have been in the top 10.
Roach, superb.
Yeah, Andy White's done really well at Huddersfield.
Dunks.
Talks about next season, any Anthony Roach he's already in the market.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dunks. You know, yeah, they might get 52,000 stadium, and in reality, no matter where they are in Premiership, they always get 52,000 fans. But it does drop as Newcastle goes down division. They don't always get top. And do you know something? What Mike Astley's doing with that Newcastle side is criminal. I mean, his starting lineup when he must have took Newcastle on is absolute shite, mate. Honestly, you know. So I agree with Harvey there. You know. He's actually startup squad, Everton, Southampton, all that stripping squad wise. And I mean, yeah, he does get a few gates, but to turn it round and to finish 8th in his first season, and I know what he started with, is a good call.
Yeah, it's done a right job there.
Yeah.
Well, as I'm on a roll, Nick Justice at Burnley then.
Yeah,
he's another one who's worked miracles with his team.
Yeah.
He's not been in the job long either, but took him higher up the league since he's come in, and so yeah, he's done well. And I
don't really like to talk about Burnley being a Blackburn lad, so.
Southampton again. I think they're of a weight in 10th. Not finished the season great, but 10th's a great season for Southampton. And you know, we look at the bottom, Bournemouth. We spoke about them so many times, haven't we? Shame for Bournemouth, but they're well set to come up again next year. I think they've got a cracking side and they've got a good manager in Michael Bowes.
I don't know him. Does he interact much? Because I don't recognise that name.
Yeah, Michael. Well, he's in the middle. I think he's living with his in-laws at the minute, so he's living quieter than normal. But yeah, he's quite active, but he's been a bit quiet of late.
Jesus Christ! Can you imagine living with your in-laws? Wow.
Can you imagine coming on a show and having a room in house that you can call your own, where it's a peace and quiet living in with in-laws?
Michael's show in April when he's moving in. Yeah, and he'll come on. He's a good lad, Michael. Brighton. Well, what can you say about Brighton? It's a shame that they've not gone down by masses, have they? David Fletcher, he come in late as well, didn't he? Done a pretty good job.
I predict them to win league next season.
Yeah, they're dangerous. And then obviously Palace. You got to feel for Palace. Kev's happiness is Palace's, you know,
misery.
Yeah.
Rushworth, Richard Sapp.
Yeah, Richard was unlucky last night, as I said to you earlier. Quite unlucky. When it comes to that goal, I mean, if I'd have won and then stayed up by 2 points, then it would have been all right. But to go down the goal difference is, to me, it's gutting, really, I think.
Oh, yeah.
But,
yeah, you sound good, Kevin, yeah.
But I'll tell you what's going to be interesting next season, how many manager changes there are. How many people do decide to change clubs, you know, in this transfer thing, whatever it is, manager fee, whatever it's called.
Well,
I
know
don't think there's
Chris
many though, is there?
Hayes has put his name in, hasn't he?
The thing is, there was that merry-go-round about 12 games ago where about 14 or 15 changes, I think, in the space of a week.
Yeah, one of them.
Already taken, me as well, I changed. With that already taking place, maybe the lucky dip.
It's already kind of happened, hasn't it?
In a way, yeah. I still think it's if it take off this year, it should be put on the back burner for next season. You know.
I mean, Rob, in them changes, Rob does what Rob does. I mean, you know, if you come here and you want to be in this type of game world interactive, and you come here and you just pick your teams and walk away, you know, it is going to be, it's like a Rottweiler, isn't it? It's going to be on your case. And I think, you know, we're getting kind of managers in like Kevin's on tonight. I mean, and Harvey and do you fancy, lads, you know, would you come on this programme again? I know you're probably a bit nervous first time, but you've been on this show an hour now. Are you comfortable now you've been on it?
I've done it before. You know, I think I've done it with NYT when I first started. You know, with, I think Nick was there and Rob Harris.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I've done it before.
And Warren's done loads, haven't you?
I've done a few, yeah. I quite like them. It's good to, you know, talk to different people. Isn't it?
What
Right,
about Harvey?
Oh, I'll come back again. Aye, if you're on, I'll come back.
Oh, I can feel a bit of a bromance there.
He is. I say, you we're thick as thieves, us Barnsley fans.
No, you're just thick.
Or thieves. I don't know which it is.
You hear that? I heard something. What do you say, Johnny?
Just thick, mate. Just thick.
Johnny,
Yeah.
read my mind.
I'm reading it, mate. I'm reading it. Okay, I'll take it back.
Yeah, I'd love to come back again.
You know, and hopefully managers, every time a manager comes on here and they walk away saying, I'd come back on again. And these managers that haven't made that think, oh, it's not for me, not for me. You want to try it because, you know, you might walk away.
Yeah. Well, last week it was this week.
With 3 followers.
Yeah. It was Chris, first time I'd seen Chris on the show. And I thought he was really good the other day.
Yeah, he's a good lad. He's and like you said, Warren, he's seen these new guys and thinking, you know what, he's a top lad. I mean, you don't know until they come on, do you?
No, that's right. Yeah.
You just see a name up against a football squad, and that you don't know who they are, do you? And then you come on, and you think, wow, he's a top lad, him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's good to put names to faces, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And then you think to yourself, bastard, how did he get a job in Las Vegas?
Right, I've got to mention Celtic.
Who?
They was in the picture to go down. There was a possibility they were going to go down last night. They won. So well done, Jonny McKenna.
Oh, Jonny McKenna, yeah.
New in at Celtic. I'm sure he'll stay at Celtic next season. He's a good manager, Jonny. So that wraps up Division 1 for me. My next question is manager of the season. Okay, going to go round you all. I want you to know your manager of the season. I'm going to start with you, Warren.
Well, I've got to say, I know Johnny don't like the plaudits, but 100 points got to be Johnny. Followed closely, I think, by Roche Huddersfield. I think he's done a fantastic job there.
Yeah.
In a really tough division, like.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm going for anyway.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll go on to Harvey.
I was going to choose him, but I'll go with Gareth Christen at Notts Forest.
Yeah.
I think he's had a good season.
Cup final win as well. Yeah, good shout. Yeah, Kev?
Well, first season, I've got to say Johnny Carnage at City. You know, unbelievable season, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Finished on like 100 points plus. So, you know, Johnny all day long.
Mick?
Oh, God.
Johnny.
Go on, Mick, spit it out.
I can't. It's stuck in my throat. I just can't say it. If I say fucking Carnage.
Right. I'm going to go for Jonny as well. It's got to be Jonny, I'm afraid.
Well, you're making me look odd one out now. Jonny, I'm sorry.
No.
You, Jonny.
Yeah, you can fuck off with Ben Tanker now, Tom.
Two more. I mentioned Mark Stewart at Derby.
I'll have him.
Division 2 is cutthroat, always cutthroat. And to win a Division 2 by the margin he did, he's another remarkable story, in my opinion, because Division 2 is victorious in any setup, always has been. So that deserves.
I mean, don't,
Yeah, he's not all that. I've got a draw against him. He's not all that.
Junks.
Yeah.
Let's give a shout out to every manager because we are everybody competing like they are. And we all think we're dogs bollocks. And we've all dominated leagues in other leagues when you're playing AI teams. There's been some real battles in every division from top to bottom, swapping places, and it's been absolutely fantastic for a full season here. Everything going down to the last game in nearly every division for one reason or another. And you've got to shout out, if it weren't for every manager, we wouldn't have this sort of league that we are, where we all enjoy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Well done, everyone.
Oh, group hug.
Yeah.
Group of
Going to mention something else now. Rob's.
Do I not get a vote at manager this season?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
go on then.
Bloody hell.
You can't vote for yourself.
Not getting best manager in league. A shout.
Well, we didn't want you voting for yourself, Jonny.
You know me too well. Nah, you've stolen me thunder anyway. I was going to go Mark Stewart. I think he absolutely romped that league. And if you look, he hadn't done it with, I rated oldies, really, I think he smashed it. Mark Stewart all day long for me.
Good shout, Jonny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to mention Rob now. Rob's been posted today. Basically, he's stepping aside a little bit from TFSL. He's just going to manage. All questions and everything got to go straight to the game world owner, James. So, what's your thoughts on that, lads? Rob's been good for the game world, hasn't he?
I think he needs, in all fairness, Christ, every time I log on, he's on. So he must be running that 24/7 as well.
You've got to think that Rob is the one that started all these communities, really, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I always worry when Rob steps away from the game world. Because like Mick just said, it's him who calls everybody out for being inactive and all that. And if folks start thinking, oh, Rob's not about it, I don't need to put as much effort in and all that. And before you know it, Gamewell's half dead, you know what I mean?
But I think he'll step in. I think Rob would step in before that happened.
I think
he enjoys doing that, doesn't he? He enjoys ripping people's nuts off, doesn't he?
And luckily, Nick's taken over. He's doing a good job as well, isn't he, on all these panels? So, we're keeping it going, aren't we? Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So, thanks for that, Nick, anyway.
Yeah. It's
I mean, I like Rob. I like Rob as a panel show host. I just think he's got problems with his connection in China. Yeah. And I think he's got real problems with timings that link up with certainly England. You know what I mean? I mean, this guy's run about, we keep saying, but he's run about at 3 o'clock in the morning on a bike in the middle of the city in China, just to get to a station. But you just can't do that kind of business forever without knacking your up.
No.
Can I do a few shout outs?
Yeah. Yep.
A big shout out to Rob for his insight and his guile and his few ferociousness and all that. Big shout out to James.
Being a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Big shout out to James for being a strong character and taking it on.
Oh yeah, that's a right. Good shout.
I mean, he's a really. I like people who's strong characters and they don't, he's got his own mind, hasn't he? And I like that. Really like it. Thanks to you, Dunks, for being a brilliant host.
You're welcome, lads.
And then one more, I've got to say thanks to my buddy Mick. And this is it. It's a bit of a, remember that Radio 1? I've got to say, I literally could not play this game without Mick Oatfield. He spends hours, and I mean hours, helping me pick my teams. And I couldn't do it without him. So I thank you so much, mate, honestly.
So you're the mastermind behind City then, Mick?
Oh, so you're the congratulations, yeah.
Well, like I say,
Johnny's just a face, isn't he?
no,
Well, you couldn't put his fucking face on, could you?
I give him a hand with scouting, but when he picks his team, all I do is press buttons for him. He decides everything. That's not to do with me. I help him set his tactics, but there is tactics, not mine.
So that when he wins,
Can I just say, yeah?
That's why he's finished top at league and I'm sixth.
Yeah. Can I just say that another shout out to for manager at season is Cam. He got 94 points there at Reading, which is a really good points total, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I
Yeah.
gave him Frank Ribery towards the end of the season.
Yeah, he had quite a lot of high rateds, didn't he?
Yeah. Still 94 points, though. It's a lot of points.
Okay. One more question for you all, lads. Okay. What's the moment, the memory of the season for you, personally, lads, in TFSL? I'm going to start with you, Jonny, on this one.
Just to ask me again. What's the what? The moment.
Yeah, the moment, the memory, the thing that stands out most in season 1 in TFSL. Don't have to be personally involving you, just something in the game world, but stands out for you. Season.
It's got to be. I mean, on a personal level, them 20 games unbeaten. I honestly felt invincible, and I wanted to go all season unbeaten. And I thought, what am I going to do? And every game I was tuning in, and I thought, come on. And I was so excited. But anyway, that's a personal level. My cup lost to Roche Boy. Well done, Roche. I felt sick as a dog. Won't lie. But I think the actual key turning point was James coming in. James Murray taking over inside forward. And that just changed it, and the trajectory of the game will just went whoosh.
Yep. Okay. Warren?
Warren? Well, mine. Well, I'll say it is personal. Is when I thought, shit, I've cocked up here. When I were relegated halfway through the season. That was my biggest moment.
Well said, Warren.
Yeah.
I won't mind it. I stood by you, Warren, as well, and came on.
I know you did. I heard you, Johnny.
I said I thought you were doing a great job, and they all ripped me to shit.
I know, yeah. Cheers for that, though, Johnny. Anyway, I knew you were back.
No worries, pal. No worries.
Mick? Oh, sorry, Warren, you haven't finished.
No, that's it. I'm finished now. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Mick?
There's a few favourite points. I mean, on a personal basis, taking over Arsenal. For one of few times, gain a big team to manage. But one of my personal moments, my favourite moments, was, and I don't know how it'll turn out, but when I jumped on Piatek before anybody ever come on radar, and I signed him in a few teams, and you're thinking, you get that feeling, yes, when you've got somebody, and then he starts knocking goals in for fun, and you think you've jumped in, and I were at Fulham at time. And the little moments like that when you pick out a gem, it's okay running Arsenal and having, signing bigger players for bigger money, but there's no better than picking out a gem that nobody's seen, and then all of a sudden he starts banging goals in for fun. You know what I mean? And I think that's one of my favourite moments of season.
Oh, nice one.
Harvey?
Seeing off Ian Imber 2-2 when I managed Shrewsbury in Cup, first round at Cup. We got a 2-2 draw with Ian, and then on penalties. And then the next round, we went and beat Bristol City, Paul Ashworth. So, yeah, that was my little jumping up and down in kitchen, watching results. And then it all went to shit after that.
How about you, Kev?
Well, obviously the action is brilliant. Seeing everybody on the comments and stuff on Facebook and on Neo and stuff, it's brilliant. I think my highlight of the season had to be last night.
Yeah, it's got to be, isn't it?
It's just unbelievable. I mean, as I said before, doing it the way it happened was just like, fantastic. So, I look forward to next season, Division 1.
Okay, I'm going to mention mine now. My highlight of the season, personally, was a second game in Hibbs, and I was playing your brother, Kev, Nick. Bolton was on a tremendous run, and I was near the relegation zone, and that started my run, a good run, and your brother's bad run, and I managed to turn him over. So that was my highlight because I didn't see how I could win that game, and I managed to sneak it 1-0, I believe. So I was dancing around the living room at that result, absolutely buzzing. And the second thing is I come into this game world under a bit of a cloud. I'd had fallouts with a few people. Wasn't sure I'll be accepted into this game world, and that mentality ended. We're all friends, and we're all really good friends. And there's no us them mentality anymore.
Well, you need to curb that. You need to curb that temper of yours, Dunks. You're a bit hot-headed, aren't you, pal? You know what I mean?
I just want to thank everyone for that, guys. You know what I mean? It means a lot to me. I'm glad to be part of TFSL. And I'm
Group hug.
Yeah?
Another group hug, yeah.
Good stuff.
Well,
That's that for me. Wraps the show up, unless you guys have got anything to add.
I've got one thing to add. Kev Oatham, he's come on this show tonight, and he's actually, work he's put in. He's on his shirt. He's got KO on, and he's got a Wolves badge. He's obviously he's been on photocopier, and there's effort is put into just to come on this show.
Yeah.
He's got to be appreciated, to be honest.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah,
good effort.
It was a pleasure to meet you. Right, Kev, I've only ever spoke to you by text. A pleasure to meet you. A pleasure to meet you, Harvey. Again, we've only spoke by text a couple of times. I really enjoyed having you on. I hope you both come on again next week.
Merry Christmas to everyone. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, guys.
Happy New Year to you all, guys. Cheers. Good luck to everyone finally in the playoffs. The season's not over yet. I don't think there'll be another show this season just because it's Christmas week. And so I just want to wish you all good luck with that. And that's it, really.
We'll probably mention them all in next season, in next show, winners and losers, and that'll be part of next show and as well as looking at some new signings that everybody's made.
Yeah, we'll do a preview show before the launch of season 2, of course. So obviously it'll be mentioned in that show.
Yeah.
Don't come to Bramwell Lane if you're looking at new players.
I'll buy Keane off you, and you can use that money, Harvey.
I haven't forgot about you, Mick.
All right, I'll just keep reminding you just in case you forget.
Well,
7 million transfer.
Okay, good night all. Thank you very
Right,
much.
see you later,
Nice
guys.
one,